I'm Catherine Venable. I'm applying for the instructional coach position. I was asked to talk about what would my typical day as a coach look like. I think it's going to depend in part on what the principal I work for is going to ask of me. But I think there are some things that regardless of the principal, this is what they're going to ask for. There has to be a focus on instruction. That is obviously what is most important in any school, is that we are looking for effective instruction. So as far as coaching and helping teachers, I'll spend my day maybe in classrooms part of the day. If a teacher has asked for help, or if there's a new teacher or a teacher who we're noticing that they're not having as effective instruction, or the results of their instruction are not what maybe we would hope for as shown in the data. So I think it would be spending time with those teachers most specifically and helping them see, well, maybe where can we find some improvement. I would also like to spend part of my day researching and investigating and searching for some of those best practices for things that would aid teachers in their instruction. For example, creating PowerPoints or finding PowerPoints to reinforce ideas. I think any way that we can integrate technology into the classroom is a positive. I think that teachers sometimes find it difficult navigating the technology, but I think sometimes the difficulty is just having the time to be able to search and prepare. So as an instructional coach, that's something that I can aid teachers in, is finding and preparing that so that they are able to use their technology. I did go to the classes on the digital classroom. It's also something that I use frequently, I would say every day. There's rarely a day that I'm not using our digital classroom to present new ideas, to reinforce ideas. The kids get up and they interact with it. I do have fourth graders, so it's a little bit, they're able to interact with the technology more than maybe a younger grade would. I think helping teachers to look at their data and to make data-driven decisions is important. Where are students? Where are they at, and where do they need to go? Recently, we've also talked in my school about having culturally responsive classrooms. And I think that's also another way that I would spend part of my day, is assisting teachers in, who are our students culturally? What is their culture? And so finding those literature resources to help them to supplement what they're doing in their classrooms, finding those resources that are responsive, that deal with the students' culture, that it was going to allow those students to make the connections they need in order to really learn. So to sum up again, my day would be spent primarily focused on instruction, focused on helping teachers have the best practices, focusing with teachers on having those instruction based on what their data says, based on what the culture of their classroom is. Also, it would be helping teachers as we begin to know their students, begin to see who they are. It would be helping them through the RTI process. Are there students who need interventions? Are there students who are not getting it, that we need to give them some more one-on-one attention? As far as, hopefully I would be able to pull groups of students as necessary to help those teachers with those students who are in I would say dire need of extra help. But it's also helping that teacher have the adequate paperwork and just helping them through navigate through the computer systems that we have at the school. I think that's sometimes something that hinders us from being the most effective teachers, is having to try and figure out also how to navigate and have the right documentation. As an instructional coach, I can help teachers through that process and assist them. As far as the second question, an effective coaching conversation, I think primarily it has to be positive. It has to reinforce what is going well with the teacher, reinforce what is the data showing that is positive. Because I think it's important to build trust and rapport in order to help people. As that said, I think it would focus on instruction. I think it would focus on the conversation with the teachers. Well, which students are you seeing that need the response to intervention? Which students are getting it? What can we do to help them and challenge them? I think an effective coaching conversation involves, an effective coaching conversation is going to include those prompting and leading questions, to not just come in and tell the teacher this is what you need, but to look at the data with the teacher and to maybe look at their teaching strategies with the teacher, so that we can together go forward and see what needs to be done and what can we do to make things that much better. Thank you for your consideration.